All right, here it is. Emergency racked, man. Emergency racked. I was literally just about to pack up my fucking computer, man. So I don't know what this is, okay? I've only read up to here. I read to here, and I sat here thinking to myself, is this what it's come to? Do I really have to do emergency racked? I think I do. So we got to talk about it, okay? Now, I'm not saying that they watched the interview with Floof, okay? I'm not saying that they did. But I mean, this is literally mod usage. This is my final night in Kansas. My final night in Kansas, okay? And then they drop this. I just felt that I had to talk about this because this is really important. Okay, regarding mod usage and culture, we request the cooperation of media outlets. Okay, I don't know if that's me or not. And those intending to repost this comment. Okay, well, that's me. Elsewhere, please do not summarize or provide only excerpts. We respectfully ask that you link readers to this comment instead. Hello, everyone. Producer and director Yoshi here. I'd like to address the recent feedback and discussion among the community regarding in-game mods. Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble. Why do I feel like, dude, why do I feel like a kid right now? And I feel like I have like, you know, chocolate all across my face. And I have like cookie crumbs all on my shirt. And my dad's like, why do I feel like that right now, man? Okay, this post is not meant to target any one mod specifically. Wow. Okay, so 100% confirmed. It was like 99.9% confirmed that we already assumed they knew about all the mods. Okay. This post is not meant to target any one mod specifically, but I'd like to touch on the general subject of mods, their use, and the culture surrounding them. I thank you in advance for your understanding. Firstly, while I'm in charge of Final Fantasy XIV, I am also a PC gamer and have been for many years. I've spoken about this multiple times in the past, but my own personal stance regarding mods, that I do tolerate them, has not changed. In the past 20 or so years, I've seen numerous positive examples of games with fan-made mods that expand upon existing gameplay. Is this gonna be a good fucking post? However, these mods are generally created with a vital premise in mind. They are for personal use only, and the individual player is responsible for the mods they use. Furthermore, the mods must not impact the core game. Okay, so glamour mods do not impact the core game, but Mare allowed you to see other people's mods. So essentially, technically, that goes beyond the individual. Furthermore, the mods must not impact the core game, its services, or the intended game design in a negative manner. Okay, I personally feel that these rules should be followed by all mod creators and users. Okay, wow. So far, this is good. Okay, that being said, if players continue to uphold the above premise of mods enhancing one's personal enjoyment of the game and acknowledge that they are taking responsibility for what they download, I personally see no reason to track down or investigate gamers that use these mods. So hold on, let's read this one more time. That being said, if players continue to uphold the above premise of mods enhancing one's personal enjoyment of the game and acknowledge that they are taking responsibility for what they download, I personally see no reason to track down or investigate gamers for the general use of mods. So basically, if you're gonna do shit, just use shit that doesn't impact the core game. As long as you don't impact the core game, its services, or the intended game design in a negative manner. All of that bullshit where people are like, oh, where they went for fucking Mare, now they're going to come for everything. All of that is like fucking wrong. It's just wrong. Well, I mean, within reason, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure if they found the fucking creator of Splatoon, anyway, sorry, bad joke, okay, bad joke. I'm sure if they found the creator of Splatoon, he might be subject to that, okay? Okay, this is super fucking good. Of course, from my position leading 14, I still feel that it is vital for players to follow our user agreement and other rules. Okay, so of course he has to say this, right? Additionally, I'd like to stress the importance that players follow two rules: that their style of gameplay does not infringe upon others, and that they do not negatively impact the core game, its services, or intended game design as mentioned above. Holy shit. I'm surprised that Yoshi said this. Yoshi doesn't give a fuck about mods, man. Well, I understand. That's exactly what personal stance is that Yoshi doesn't care. That's what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that they're saying, yeah, sure, go ahead, use mods and it's free on the TOS. No. He literally just said that it's still against TOS. But what I'm saying here, okay? What I'm saying here is that he doesn't care. Can you imagine if he cared? Like, do you see the two paths here? You have one path where he cares, and you have one path where he doesn't give a shit. We better hope that we're on the path that he doesn't give a shit, because I would much rather be on this path. And this right here is very important, because this is the part where, you know, in the example we talked about the other day, people, they don't get banned for using ACT. They get banned for harassment. You know what? If you're in the party with me, all right, I'm probably going to do shit damage, especially if I'm on, you know, the Reaper, okay? Death's Embrace is not a good Reaper. If you're in the party with Death's Embrace and you see that the damage is really bad, okay, and you message me and you're like, la 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 la, your fucking damage is worse than your hairline, la 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 la, and I report you, okay, that's a problem. That is what they ban you for. You're not going to get banned for using ACT. You're going to get banned for harassment. And that they do not negatively impact the core game, its services, or intended game design. Okay, so core game, probably like cheating shit. Services, probably cheating shit. Intended game design, probably, again, cheating shit like trigonometry, you know, Splatoon, that type of shit. Okay, it is my sincere hope that everyone can continue playing 14 as well as other PC games in ways that are enjoyable to them. Below, I'd like to elaborate on what infringing upon others and negatively impacting the intended game design entail. These are merely examples, so I don't mind if you skip over them. Oh, we ain't fucking skipping over none of this shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, this is bigger than a live letter. Please keep in mind that these theoretical examples do not single out any particular mod. Furthermore, this is not a criticism of those who create or use mods. The following is meant to deepen everyone's understanding of our stance in this matter. Holy shit. They're going to give us a fucking example, man. Basically, they're going to give us example on what to do and what not to do. Altering item and character appearances. Okay, now, according to what they set up here, this should be okay. This should be fine. This should be fine as long as you can see it. Bruh, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. If I can get, should I try it? Should I use a beard mod just to see? If I use a beard mod and get banned, are you guys going to make fun of me? Should I risk it? I might risk it. I might risk it. I might just say, fuck it. How long is the ban? A week, 2 weeks? When's the next patch come out? Like 4 months. Whatever. Okay, I might risk it. In Final Fantasy XIV, we have several extremely high-end duties that challenge players to their limit, known as ultimate raids. To defeat enemies within these raids, players must dedicate a significant amount of time and effort. As their reward for clearing, they earn the title of Legend, as well as specific job weapons with specialized visual effects. Let's say player A. Okay, who's player A? So this is Twitch chat. Let's say Twitch chat loves ultimate raids and is motivated to challenge them. Okay, this is not believable. Let's say Xeno loves ultimate raids and is motivated to challenge them at every opportunity. After they clear, they proudly equip their new title and their weapon and the party's diligence efforts to earn them. Meanwhile, we have player B, Twitch chat, who makes use of a specific mod. This mod allows them to bypass the conditions for obtaining in-game items, making it possible for them to equip any item in the game, including items that must be purchased with real money. Oh, like the Mog Station. Okay. Wow. Player B is busy with work, and although they have the motivation, their circumstances prevent them from progressing through any of the ultimate raids. They decide instead to install a mod so that they can at least see what it looks like to have on their own character equipped with one of the ultimate raid weapons. Twitch chat uses said mod to equip a set of items, which only displays on their client screen. To other players, Twitch chat's model is only wearing default gear, but on Twitch chat's monitor, they're equipped with dazzling ultimate weapons. They take a screenshot of their character and decide to use it as their desktop background. In this case, player A has followed the rules of the game and worked hard with their party to clear an ultimate raid, earning themselves a weapon and a title as evidence of their feat. When other players come across player A using their title and ultimate weapon, they see Legend, who has overcome one of the game's most punishing duties. On the other hand, they should encounter player B. They would simply see a character with their default gear. Let's imagine a scenario when player A and B cross paths. On player B's screen, player A appears with their brand new title and ultimate weapon, the same weapon that appeared to themselves as having equipped. Conversely, on player A's screen, player A appears with their title and hard-won weapon. Player B appears in their default gear. In other words, player A, Zemo, sees the rewards each player has earned fairly within the context of the game. I mean, I don't want to be player A, dude. I'm a purist. Twitch chat sees a modified version of the game, but these changes are visible only to Twitch chat themselves and thus fall within the realm of individual enjoyment. Please note that this is not intended as a judgment on a virtue of one approach versus another. Similarly, if a player chooses to install a mod, the risk of encountering a computer virus, for example, is borne by the individual. Yeah, of course. Additionally, mods that do not adversely affect other players and which ensure visual changes are only visual to the individual user can be said to narrowly maintain the integrity of the game's design, although, of course, this is open to interpretation. However, if a mod was updated and its changes became visible, not just to the individual mod user, but to, oh, okay, this is Mare. This is Mare. What would the implications be? Player A with their title and gear earned from hours of concerted effort with their friends, and player B with their mod-derived gear are now on a level playing field, so to speak, and that is unfair. The development may not concern player B, but for player A, it considerably negates the cooperation, time, and effort waste invested. All of this so far, I agree. I agree with, like, all of this so far. Not to mention the pride they might have felt in their achievement. After all, their rewards are now available to anyone with the mod installed, albeit lacking the corresponding in-game attributes. In this example, other players have been infringed upon. Yeah, this is why Mare was, It doesn't matter if you have to go through the steps of entering the code. Guys, you're missing the point. The point is the mod alters the game to other people. It doesn't matter if you have to put in the code or not. The possibility of it does. That's the point. Like, all right. So correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But glamour mods are only available to you unless you use another mod specifically designed to show other people. Okay, that is the point, guys, is that the glamour mods that only affect you, they do not impact the game at all. They only affect you, and that is the entire point. Anyway, let's continue. In this example, other players have been infringed upon, and the intended design of the game has been negatively impacted. Although Twitch chat may have been unaware of the mod's precise functionality, their usage has diminished other players' motivation and circumvented the game's systems. I mean, yes, so guys, the reason why he used the ultimate weapon as an example is because it hits 2 of the points. It hits like 2 out of 3 of the points instead of just 1. So there's a reason why they use this example. Even if the creator of the mod simply intended for players to readily access and enjoy their favorite gear, they have detrimentally affected both the game and a wider player community. In response, our only options would be to ask that players cease using the mod, or to request that the mod creator remove the functionality causing the problem. Of course, we could also implement preventative measures in game, but this would divert programming resources from other areas, potentially damaging the enjoyment. Okay, guys, look, this, like, dude, okay, so far everything they're saying, I mean, I don't really, like, I can't disagree with anything they're saying. Like, guys, they're even saying right here that they don't want to, like, they're saying that they don't want to implement any type of garbage. They're saying that they don't want to put in, like, an anti-cheat or anything like this. Like, look at it from Square Enix's standpoint. It's already been stated up here. Yoshi doesn't give a fuck. Okay? They don't give a fuck as long as you're not impacting other people's games. They don't care about ACT. Just don't harass people. Okay? They're saying they don't want to implement an anti-cheat. The scenario outlined above is just one example, but I hope it helps clarify the difference between mod usage within the realm of individual enjoyment and mod usage which is damaging to the game itself. I mean, you would think that it would be, but we have some people in chat right now that are like, huh? What do you mean? This ain't good. Did you hear it, Lil Zames? Huh? What? I'm confused. Did you see the tits? I saw the tits. That's the only thing I remember from the stream is the tits and the ass. What about you, Lil Zames? Did you see anything else besides the tits and the ass? No, I didn't think so. I'm confused. Some players might ask, well, what about a mod which only makes changes visible to other users of the same mod? This issue is that any mod which makes changes to others requires the manipulation of rewriting the game files, which is fundamentally even more problematic and destructive. Okay, so in a roundabout way, what they're really saying here is jack off alone, no circle jerk. Even supposing that this theoretical mod provided generous improvements to the game and was well received by all players, the moment a problematic feature is introduced to said mod, we must insist that players stop using it. Right. Another example of such a feature, a mod that allows players to freely equip optional items and display them to others. Okay. What mod is that? Glamour? This ain't. It affects other players, man. It affects other players. What does that say to the players who go through the trouble of saving up to purchase these goods from the online store? Are these players losing out by not using a mod? Yeah, it's a hard pill. But yeah, it is. Some may say that Square Enix is to blame for trying to make money by demanding that players spend extra on optional items. Okay, real quick, I want to say this right now. I encourage Mog Station purchases. I do. I wish that Square Enix would milk the fuck out of the Mog Station. And let me give you an example. When I say milk the fuck out of it, I mean that imagine if on Mog Station they had some of the shit that you could fucking mod in the game, then in that case, there would be less of a reason for the mod. Especially, like, obviously for console players. Okay? Now, I understand paying for something is obviously worse than not paying for something, okay? I understand that. I completely grasp that. But if you pay for this, it is in the game and it is displayable to everyone. Whereas if you don't pay for it, then you have to only see it on yourself. Now, I'm not saying that the stuff that they sell on the Mog Station is good, and I'm not talking about their prices, okay? Because some of their prices are just outrageous, okay? But what I'm saying is, what if they had a nice beard option? What if they had like a badass here? What if they had like this fucking badass like Dark Knight stance, you know, like this, right? You're like, ooh, round one, fight, you know? Like what if they had right? Like what if they had badass items on the Mog Station, like crazy fucking cool items on the Mog Station? Okay, that is awesome to me. I am 100% okay with this. But maybe that's because, you know, I'm not a broke boy and I'm able to afford Pokemon's cookies. I don't know. But I think that if they had really, really fucking awesome items on the Mog Station, I think it would be awesome. I would love to buy a beard on the Mog Station. We operate our servers and data centers 24 hours a day, 365 days a week, or days a year, and hope that our players can enjoy a reliable gaming experience. Currently, global inflation is taking its toll at a rapid pace, driving up server, electricity costs, the cost of land, even price of servers themselves. We do not want to increase subscription fees for our players, if at all possible, but keep our game running requires sufficient income. If we start creating a deficit, 14 may no longer be able to operate. This is an example of damage dealt to the services we provide. I see. I understand this, but I don't agree. This should be a perfect wake-up call to hire new people to put shit on the Mog Station. Basically, if they're trying to say, hey, buy our shit on the Mog Station more, my response to that is make better shit. Like, let's take a quick look at the garbage that's on Mog Station. Like, what is this thing? Look at this thing. Like, dude, this looks like level 1 gear, bro. This looks like level 1 gear. Why the fuck would you ever spend $10 on this garbage? Okay, like this thing, holy shit, this is a mount. Okay, this mount's okay. All right, this mount's okay. To be fair, yeah, that mount's okay. All right, okay, you got a shit one, now you got a good one. But like this right here, look at this. This looks like shit to me. This looks like absolute fucking trash. If I saw someone wearing this, I wouldn't say anything negative because I don't want to get banned. But what I'd be thinking is, am I going to get banned if I say that their fucking shit is trash? Okay, I don't like this shit. This is garbage. Or like this right here. This is bad too. What is this, Grahatia? Yeah, dude, he's fucking glamorous awful. There's no way this haircut's real. Dude, I would pay $3 to actually take this off of the Mog Station. There's no way this is real. No one in ever has bought this on a fucking Hrothgar. There's no shot. I refuse to believe that a single player has bought this on the fucking Hrothgar. There's no fucking way. Okay? Absolutely not. Ooh, what's that actually? Dude, that looks like some fucking death metal band, dude. Malevolent creation. You know, like it's all like written and then like designs and shit where you can't fucking tell what it says, dude. That's classic death metal band. Okay, well, I was about to be prepared to shit on this, but actually this is all right. This ain't bad. Okay, well, look guys, my point here, going to right here, okay? Please, Square Enix, you have an untapped gold mine of glamour, emotes, animation changes. Use the fucking Mog Station more, okay? Use the Mog Station, because right now they are losing out on a shit ton of money from this. There's so many ideas, so many good things that they could actually sell on the Mog Station. There's animations. There's jobstone, like, you know, whenever you change your jobstone, like let's say you want to change your jobstone to a ninja instead of the normal, just, you know, whatever. It could be like a smoke puff, you know, or like, you know, warrior could be an explosion. There could be, you know, lava and shit. That'd be badass. Okay. Look, basically what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot. Yes, they could put beards on the Mog Station. What I'm saying is there's a lot of stuff they could put on the Mog Station. So like they are not allowed to say this, in my opinion. If you are trying to say, hey, go buy shit on our Mog Station, my response to that is put better shit on the Mog Station. Put better shit on there. Whoever the fuck's in charge of putting shit on there, they shouldn't be in charge. Okay? Here's what you need to do. Okay, let me tell you. This is what the fuck you need to do right here. Put this motherfucker in charge. Okay? Put this guy. Okay? Because he'll make you a fucking million. He'll make you a fucking million, brother. You put the guy that fucking made that on there, you're going to be rich. Okay? Look at that shit. You know what I mean, motherfuckers will buy that? And buy that ass? People buy ass in real life. You know how quick they'd buy ass in a fucking game? In these cases as well, we ask the players refrain from using such mods or remove the offending function from the mod itself. So if there's a mod that allows you to see other people's mods, they don't care if you use the mod as long as you remove that function. Okay. I personally understand that modding culture is rooted in good intentions. Huh. I mean, yeah. I mean, think about it, guys. Like how many quality of life mods did you not have installed until literally right now? There's a lot of just quality of life stuff. Oh, did he mean, oh, he meant, oh, okay, this is a typo, was what you're saying. So, yeah. It should be an N instead of a D. Right. Rooted in goon intentions. Right. You're absolutely 100% correct. Okay, but we are given no choice but to act if mods even incidentally threaten player motivation or the viability of our services. It just seems to me like they didn't want to do this. It seems to me that they didn't want to ban Mare or go after Mare. What I mean is that their hand was forced. Let's consider another theoretical mod, one that displays your character entirely. Okay. Entirely naked. If this presentation is displayed on other users' screen, that might fall into the category of personal use and responsibility. Bear in mind that this is my personal interpretation and not a discussion of whether that behavior is right or wrong. However, if the user posts a screenshot of their naked character publicly on social media, 14 itself may be subject to legal measures by, maybe they're talking about, like, you know, the fucking vile fucking motherfuckers, man. Because, yeah, that shit's illegal. Okay, laws that regulate the content of video games grow stricter by the year. These laws are there to protect, minors and for a variety of other reasons too, but the fact remains that they are tangible, becoming stricter. We have a duty to provide our services in adherence to the laws of all countries where 14 is available. And if we are unable to do so, the distribution of our game can be prohibited. This is another example of damage dealt to our services. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. 100%. Like, you can't even argue this, man. Allow me to repeat myself when I say that I do not intend for these examples to be censure of mod users or creators. I only wish to provide some tangible examples of how using certain mods can damage other players, 14, and the services we provide, regardless of the mod's original intent. As always, we will do our utmost to keep creating a world which all players can enjoy, even though it may take time to do so. It is my hope to incorporate player feedback and officially fulfill as many functionality requests as possible. I am also considering how to increase the freedom of choice players have in the gear they choose to equip. Okay, while paying respect to the long-standing tradition of modding PC games, I ask that all players in turn respect our game by enjoying their fun with the confines of some basic rules. With that business aside, I was very pleased to announce the next fan festival yesterday on the 12th anniversary. You guys going? I'm going. I'll see you there. Cali, baby. This wouldn't have been possible without you or our players. Thank you so much for your support thus far, and we hope to have the pleasure of your company as we continue along this incredible journey for years to come. And one more thing, for those wondering what comes after the Japan Fan Fest, while I can't give any details yet, rest assured you won't have to wait long. Wow. This is a really good post. This is really good. This is crazy. They haven't made a post like this in an insanely long time. This is huge. Dude, Mare changed the game. And even though that Mare's gone, it still changed the game, brother. Did you guys read this the same way I did? TLDR, we don't give a shit if you use mods, but there are some basic rules. Those basic rules are do not alter like our game. Do not do illegal shit to our game. Do not fucking negatively impact the experience of other players. Like, it hasn't always been their policy. That they haven't said this before, man. They haven't said this in like this way. They haven't come out and just fucking said it. As a matter of fact, in the past, they have actually said the opposite. They've actually said the opposite. They have made a firm stance that all third party, they even went as far as to make examples of Discord in a fucking calculator. Okay? There's just so many people, man. I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking sick and tired of like people just not giving credit where credit's due, man. You gotta give it to them, man. We broke their rules. We broke their rules. And even though we broke their rules, they came back and they said, hey, you know what, man? Maybe our rules are fucking stupid. Maybe we can give a little bit, okay? Maybe there's a little bit of wiggle room here. You're fucking crazy if you think that anything in here they said was like ridiculous, right? So guys, they mentioned the law of other countries. That's impacting the game in a negative way. Okay, they probably had a massive sub loss when it happened. Okay, that's good. That's good. That means they care. They caved. That's good. You guys are unbelievable. That's good. That's a good thing that they caved. Dude, look, man. Okay, look. I don't have the dude. Look, guys. I gotta pack up soon. Okay, this post is really good. They didn't cave enough. Oh my. They didn't cave enough. See, that's what I'm thinking, David. No. Hold on. Let's think about it for a sec, guys. Let's think about it. If I show the mod on stream, is that impacting other players? I'll do it. I'll take one for the team, man. They didn't say post-client mods online. They didn't say that. Not in this entire post did they say that. They said don't pay. Okay, the example they used was don't post a fucking naked character. How does a naked character have anything to do with a fucking beard? Like, bro, they literally use a naked character. And what if, like, you know, some fucking creep, vile individual was, like, posting naked Lalafels on their Twitter? Like, that's what they're talking about, guys. They're talking about illegal stuff. They're not talking about a beard mod, guys. They literally say in here that some of the pictures that people post are against the fucking law in the country. I'll think about it. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'll think about it. Okay? I'm not thinking clearly. That's a good idea. Ask at FanFest. That is a good fucking idea. Holy shit. That's a good fucking question. Now see, that's what I'm talking about, okay? That's a good question, okay? Who's that chatter? To gift this motherfucker a sub. You know, I gotta say this though, okay? You're gonna have no fucking career in journalism. All right, I'm just letting you know that right now. You're gonna be a horrible journalist. And the reason why is because you ask good questions instead of shit ones. Okay, so don't ever seek a career in journalism, at least as an interviewer, okay? Because you're gonna fail at that fucking miserably. Okay, you're gonna ask Yoshi-P that question, and you're never gonna be invited. You're gonna have your journalism badge fucking ripped away. Okay, you have to have 2 IQ to be a journalist. This has been very, very, very interesting. This has been very interesting, and I'm gonna be really interested to see what people's response is. I personally think this is insanely good. This is a step in the right direction. This is basically better than what we had. Now, did what we have, is it good? No. Okay. But you have to go in with the right expectations. Okay. Like, for once, Square Enix doesn't do something stupid. Brother, it's the small victories, man. Okay. It's the small victories. So like the next step is maybe whitelisting some shit. Or maybe they put some in the game. Dude, it's got to be dicks out for floof, man. It has to be dicks out for floof. This actually backs one of the mentalities I've always had about this game, because you'll have these players, these hyper casuals or whatever. Maybe they're not hyper casual, whatever. You have these weird players that they're like, no, a glamour mod is cheating. You know, it's cheating. You know, you have an advantage, blah, 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 blah. And they literally just disproved that. They literally said, as long as you use a mod that increases your enjoyment and has no impact on other people, they don't care. They literally don't care. So, guys, this post, you don't understand how many people this post just shit on, okay? This post just shit all over so many players. All of those really cringe motherfuckers that are like, nope, don't care, beard mod banned, beard mod banned, beard mod banned, beard mod banned. Those people, all of those people, this post just absolutely shit on them. Like, this is a good thing. I really do feel like this is a good thing. There were so many players that want to use mods but can't because of lack of PC and anxiety, social networking. What was that fucking quote? There are so many players who want to mod but can't because of anxiety or lack of social networking. They see mods as something greater. You all spit on those people's plight. This hurt. It doesn't help. But congrats. Yeah, but congrats. Dude, legend.